Division II championship game, and the Toppers are the preseason #1 team in the country in 3 different publications. It's our pleasure to welcome to the podium the Mountain East Conference preseason favorite, Jim Crutchfield and the Hilltoppers.
Thank you. Not real comfortable with that preseason ranking. I never have been. Being ranked #1, especially the national poll. It doesn't mean anything, but I will say it's an uncomfortable position to be in. The Wheeling paper had a nice article recently, and it talked about all the guys we were losing. We lose 4 double-figure scores and an All-American. It talked a lot about that, and it ended by saying, but don't ring the death bell, don't ring the death knell yet for West Liberty. Don't sound the death knell yet. Well, first I had to look up the word knell, K-N-E-L-L. So I asked my wife what it meant, and she knew. And I kind of like that. I like that feeling of saying, you know, a little bit of an underdog, but don't count them out. Not a comfortable position to be in, especially when you haven't proven anything, which at this point in time we haven't. I know that we lost 4 great players that are double-figure scores, first-team All-American, another senior that was a second-leading shot blocker in the country. Those guys are gone. We have a nucleus of players back. There's a lot of new faces this year, more than I've ever had in 10 years. So there's a challenge there. Enough about West Liberty. I'm going to use a little bit of, Rob, you left a little extra time, I think. Yeah, I'm going to use all
I want to go back up again, man. I didn't know I'm going to go after you, don't worry. 12B. That was 12A, I'll be 12B from a second.
All right, you just got the honor to me here. Just to talk a little bit about our region and our conference. We were fortunate enough to go to the national tournament and have been there a few times. And have seen the teams there and the teams in the region. And first of all, I don't know if we get the respect, you know, because I'm not there bragging on our region probably like I should be. I know I was walking over a couple years ago with the coach from another region to the first day's meeting, and he spent the whole time telling me, you have no idea how our region's like, and our conference. You have no idea how hard to get out of our conference. Our region is so tough. And at the end, I almost felt like saying, you know, I got a couple of friends in the NCAA, they just invited us here. You know, I fill out the field of 8, there was 7, they just asked us to come. But, you know, I've heard that. I said, well, you've been there 4 straight years because, you know, the region's not that strong. And you've got a good record. Well, I heard your conference wasn't that strong. Yeah, it's time for me to start mouthing off a little bit, because the truth of the matter is, our region is strong. Our region is strong because the numbers show it's strong. You can talk about who you think is good, but it's really who wins the game, puts up points. Our region, we've been in 6 years. And those 6 years, our region has been in the national championship game 3 of the 6. We've been 5 of the 6 semifinals our region has been in. Our region has won more than they've lost there. We've been there 4 years. No one's ever blown us out. We've lost 4 games at the wire, and we've won some close games there. Our region is really strong. I went to the regional this year. I looked at the team that got in 8th that wouldn't have gotten in if they didn't win their conference tournament at Livingstone. They were as good as any team in the national tournament. There's a lot of talent in our region. And the best conference in our region is this conference. This conference has proven, not by me just saying that, the last 2 or 3 years, when it was the West Virginia Conference, we were the strongest conference in our region by cross-conference games. We were last year. This conference is one of the best conferences in the country because the numbers bear it out. We have a really good conference, and I have to agree with the coaches here. And we can pat you on the back, the coaches have done a good job making their teams good. They've recruited well, they've coached hard. This is a very strong conference, and it's going to be an exciting year. Thanks.